1, 2. Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of The Kickout, the final word in pro wrestling. And Nick, you got a big old smile on your face. I think I know why.
Paybacks are a bitch, man. Paybacks are a bitch.
Hey, that's for razzing me about Don Moxley.
Oh, that's an obvious mistake. Someone got me in a moment at ringside. I mean,
that's a fun picture. I had to, and it fits with the moment in the open because you've got the crowd reeling over the fact that there was a kick out, and you just had that look on your face like, oh, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll remember, man. I'll remember.
That's fair. But yeah, we are on the kick out, the final word in pro wrestling. I am your host, the Wizard CZ. Joining me as always, never wrong, Nick Bull. Just a quick reminder, we are powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo, and protected by Jared Zook of Country Financial. And Nick, I'll ask you the question you usually ask me. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, there's so much to talk about. Wrestling's on a roll here in 2024 as we're about ready to cross into the holidays here, cross the threshold into 2025. But, before the holidays, we have Thanksgiving, with us as we record this. As this airs, Thanksgiving's tomorrow. And I thought, why not talk about what we're thankful for here in wrestling? Whether it's something from this year or something from the past, I don't know what way you want to go about it. So CZ, what do you want to talk about?
So there is so many things that I could talk about being thankful for in this great world of wrestling, and I'm going to narrow it down a little. I'm going to narrow it down to just what I'm grateful for from this podcast. I could name so many names. I'm going to name a couple, and anyone that is left off the list, don't be slighted or offended. It is not meant to, but I want to send a thank you to Ricky Lee and the Sandra Lee Memorial Car Show. I had the absolute pleasure of driving the Godfather from Chicago at 5 a.m. here to the Quad Cities, and that wouldn't have been possible without Ricky. So I got to thank him. Want to always show my respect to JT Energy, one of our strong collaborators, good friend of the podcast, and his weekly moment of focus makes us sit back and think about things a little bit. Those are the two main ones. All the guests that we've had on, that we've been privileged to have on, this show is a joy because of you. I'm talking about, just to name a small few, Hartenbauer, Jake Christ, Jared Thumb. The list goes on and on. We've had so many fantastic new friends come in and talk about their journey in pro wrestling. It's amazing, and it brings a warm feeling to my heart that all these people have agreed to come on and share their story with us. Just a couple of old dudes who like talking wrestling.
For sure. It really is. Man, and wrestling, what am I thankful for? I mean, I'm thankful I get to have a platform that I get to come on here and talk wrestling with a buddy, and we can talk about anything we want. We don't have someone telling us what has to be on our show. We make all the decisions here, and to have that freedom is nice. So thanks to DJ Jarvis and Doug Green, just to name a few from the For Frequency's Sake Network, for giving us the platform to do this. Very thankful for that. Very thankful I get to come on here and give my opinions to people that want to listen to them. If you don't want to listen to them, great. But the people that do listen to them, I love that you're listening. I love whether you agree with me or disagree with me. I want you to be passionate about wrestling and in your wrestling watching. And I'm thankful for wrestling being it's been good this year. We haven't really said, hey, after watching a show, that was crap, that wasn't good. There's been a lot of good wrestling this year. So thankful for not just, the offerings we get from WWE and AEW that we review on here, but TNA, in my opinion, has had a very good year.
Yes.
They're running at a good clip right now. You've also, you've always got, GCW on the indies. A lot of names go in and out of there, a lot of big names, and up and comers as well. But there's a lot of wrestling out there to enjoy. Find it and enjoy it. That's what's great about wrestling is finding what you enjoy, and then you get to meet a bunch of like-minded people that are into wrestling as much as you and dig wrestling. And when you get together, it's a joy. So thankful for the friends I've made in wrestling, my wrestling friends. There's a lot of them out there, and I'm thankful for the ones I watch pay-per-views with. That's a lot of fun too. So having that's great, and having wrestling be the center of all that is cool, and getting to do this show, very, very thankful for that. Also very thankful for everybody who comes on here. I know we're a little podcast and we're not very well known, but for the guests that come on here, you're taking a leap of faith, and we appreciate taking that leap of faith with us. We love having people on and hearing their stories, man. And like, if you're on here, you love wrestling. We want to know why you love wrestling. What got you there? Like, I love hearing like people in that story. And as long as we're doing this, we'll try to make that a part of the interviews. We'll try to make that a part of a show. It's just two wrestling fans doing a wrestling show, having other wrestlers and wrestling people in the wrestling world on to give themselves a platform and to make a name for themselves. And if we're able to help them do that, that's cool. And that's why I like doing this. So yeah, thankful to do this with you, partner. This has been fun. We started with Card Subject to Change. We're still doing that. We're still running strong. And now we've added this second show. So, we went into syndication with the Card Subject to Change. We got picked up. We're in syndication there, but the kick out is new, and we're hoping that you guys like it. Like, follow, share, subscribe, leave a review, reach out to CZ and I on socials. We love to talk wrestling with our fans. Any questions, comments, concerns, bring them up. We'd love to talk wrestling with you. I think CZ covered what he's very thankful for.
Mm-hmm. I'll just throw out, I'm thankful for you too, Nick.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, I really do. You are the little engine that does for this show. You're the engine that keeps it moving. That's without a doubt. I respect you, Booker, man, and I'll just leave it at that. CZ has talked about what he's thankful for. I've talked about what I'm thankful for. Make sure you are having a good holiday here next couple days. A lot of family, people seeing family. Enjoy that time. Embrace it, okay? There's going to be wrestling on this weekend. Coming up on the next episode of Card Subject to Change, we will be talking about WWE Survivor Series War Games and what happened there. I'll share with you one more thing, and this is what I kind of like want to have this show for. I stumbled across a site last year that's about vintage wrestling and old school wrestling on Facebook. And one guy says his Thanksgiving Eve tradition, and he does it every year after the wife and kids go to bed, he puts on the first ever Starrcade 83, a flair for the.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.